Muy buenas a todos, soy Mariatxi, bienvenidos a un nuevo directito de este Twitch, de este Shadow of a Weekend. Lo habíamos dejado justo aquí, después de buscar una zona de evacuación de Toll. Y vamos a hablar con Crescent, ¿estás seguro?
The year that the theocrat seized power away from your mother, Lady Mara Valkyrin founded the Order of the Veil. Mara had one purpose, the defeat of the theocrat and the destruction of all religion. The theocracy and your imperial family before it had used religious symbols to wield power. Mara's goal at first was simply to free the world from that oppression. But to defeat great power requires even greater power. And it does not take long for power itself to become its own end. 60 years after the founding of the Order, Mara found a way to extend their power by channeling the essence of the dead god into their own bodies. It required an artifact, an immensely ancient cauldron sacred to the Temurians that was known as the Crucible of Souls. The Order stole it from Temuria and concealed it in the city of Kyalisa. Using a ritual only known to the Pentanera, the Crucible can channel the essence of the dead from across the veil, the barrier that separates dimensions. But what the Order did not know was that there were twin dangers to using the cauldron. 2 centuries ago, the High Sage of the Pentanera used the ritual to channel vast quantities of essence into his body, against the laws of the Order. A dark spasm twisted his body into a demonic creature, and in its rampage, Lady Mara herself was killed. The High Executioner Baron Evanger pursued this outcast mage for centuries, eventually ending his life. But Mara, although dead, was not gone. The dark spasm had fortified her soul with essence beyond anything we mages had experienced previously. And the more essence the Pentanera channeled through the cauldron, the narrower the space between the worlds. Mara's soul was eventually found by a demon, a devourer, and she began to plot her return to this world. Meanwhile, Mara's son Serge Valkyrin rose to become the new High Inquisitor. It was Lord Valkyrin who sensed my potential when I was a young initiate in the Order. About 40 years ago, I managed to become Chancellor to the Theocrat. A decade after that, there was a rebellion against the theocracy, and I was able to slay the theocrat myself with one well-aimed knife blow. My reward was the post of High Sage, which I gladly accepted. With the theocrat defeated, and religion all but eliminated, the Order began to quarrel. Lord Valkyrin sensed, correctly I might add, that the Order was no longer as committed to its original goal of stamping out religious power by eradicating religion itself. He and his acolyte attempted to seize control of the last remaining relic, the Godslayer sword, in order to destroy its terrible power once and for all. The rest of the Pentanera resisted them, but the resultant war from within nearly destroyed us. Valkyrin and Evanger were both slain, but their souls were fortified with the essence of the ritual, just as Mara's had been. All those centuries of rituals with the Crucible of Souls had weakened the veil immeasurably, and the destruction of the Godslayer changed the balance between worlds. Shattered heaven came to impinge upon this world, and the world of dreams that mages had once walked within became shadow. When Lady Mara returned to us, it seemed like a miracle. But I do not trust miracles, and when Valkyrin and Evanger also returned from the dead, I knew my days in the Order were numbered. So I fled, and made my plans Carissa was an ally for a while, but eventually they took her life and made her a demon too. With few options remaining, I eventually took the desperate step of summoning you, demon. We have no hope, you and I, unless we can find a way that the Crucible of Souls might be destroyed. I have no possibility of learning anything useful from the Temorians, but you just might. Especially now you have Tsar at your disposal. Destroy the cauldron, and we may yet defeat Lady Mara, Lord Valkyrie, and Baron Avenger. Unless the Crucible of Souls is shattered, you and I are both doomed. What do you want to know?
Vaya chapa que nos ha metido.
Lady Mara moves it between Kyalisar and Thol, according to where the next ritual will take place. Wherever Mara can be found, the cauldron will be also. But she is too powerful. While she possesses the Crucible of Souls, there is no hope of recovering it, I'm afraid. It must be destroyed. You have
Thou worked for Tsar?
Hardly. I feigned capture and service because doing so served our purposes.
You betrayed me, Sage. Deceived me.
Indeed I did, Tsar. Deception is, and has always been, my most effective weapon. What do you want to know?
Darmok's soul has been lost, but the ironclad zombie's soul has been taken. Why canst we consume some souls, but not others?
You can feed on the essence of any dead soul, but not all souls are powerful enough to withstand dying. Only those souls exposed to great quantities of essence maintain their identity into death. Although Darmok was in the Order of the Veil, he had only partaken of the ritual once. However, he had channeled essence into the ironclad zombie in order to maintain it as a servant. That is what allowed you to consume its soul. You have questions?
Art thou here, or just another projection?
You are wise to question what you see. It is a rare day that I elect to appear in person. I am here at the Oasis, but I will not say where. Shadow projection is far safer for a fugitive mage. Don't you agree? Ask your questions.
Why didst Evia's soul survive death?
I too would know the answer to this.
Alas, I don't know. Without discovering more about how you died, Evia, I'm afraid this will remain a mystery. But I'll wager you were exposed to essence in your final hours. Perhaps whatever incantation was involved is also the explanation for your loss of memory. What do you want to know?
Why did Tsar's soul survive death?
You did this to me, didn't you, Sage?
I can't claim any involvement, Tsar. You are a veteran of the Accession Wars. Like everyone else who fought in that conflict, you were exposed to the Conclave's final curse. Ask your questions.
The final curse? Explain thyself.
At the end of the Accession Wars, the Conclave of Temoria took desperate steps to try and drive out the invading army from Corwin. The curse the Conclave unleashed changed Temoria forever, but it also changed every veteran of that conflict too. That is why your soul survived your death, Tsar. The Conclave was foolish to use such a curse. Even today, Temoria has not recovered from the damage their war magic has wrought upon its flora and fauna. What do you want to know?
How canst we possibly trust thee?
You can't, any more than I can trust you, demon. I have made a living from deception and betrayal, after all.
I can vouch for that.
But then you are a demon summoned without a pact, and you are equally difficult for me to trust. Yet, ironically, we both must trust the untrustworthy, else we are all doomed. Ask your questions.
Enough talking. I would rest now.
Indeed, a good night's sleep would do us both some good. Go ahead and rest. I must enchant the oasis with some alarms in case we are attacked.
Thou trustest no one, eh, maid?
It is the only reason I'm still alive.
Vaya chapilla que nos ha metido.
Friends, I'm here for your head.
Must you alert our quarry of banter?
You forget whom we pursue, Valkyrin. Krenz knew we were here the moment we were in sight of the oasis.
There are too many escape routes from here. We should not have engaged.
You elemental mages are all alike. You forget the basics. I'll guard the pass. You cover the desert. He'll not escape from here unless you fail me.
They're here. Faster than I expected.
Whom do you speak of?
Valkyrin and Avenger. They followed me. I have cast a celerity enchantment, and am already gone. For your sake, I hope that Valkyrin chooses to pursue me. Take the southern trail into Jagged Peaks. Broken Spear Pass will take you straight to Temuria. They will not follow you there, I hope. Do not try to engage Avenger. It's certain death if you do. But he is a sightless mage and cannot enter shadow. Use that to your advantage. Now go. Go.
Me va a tocar correr. Bueno, nivel 30. Así que ese es.
Thou shalt face me now.
Coño. Vaya viaje me ha dado. No puedo matarlo, tío. No. Otro. Vamos a hacerlo. Vamos a traerlo aquí. Coño, se me ha cargado otro. O sea, tengo que andar aquí cambiando así. Visto lo visto. Wow. ¿Todavía lo puedo pasar? No, todavía no. Vámonos por patas. Bueno, hemos tenido 2 bajas que imagino que ahora las podremos revivir. Puedes revivir a las marionetas caídas en la pantalla del grupo en el santuario, así que vamos allá.
The jagged peaks stretch from the borders of Corwent to the Eastern Ocean, 1,000 leagues hence. The mountain range protects the northern borders of the wolf tribes of Temuria, but they rarely set foot in its passes. From the outlands to Temuria, only one route can safely be trod: Broken Spear Pass. Griffins roost high atop the craggy ridges, and may fancy a lone traveler as an easy meal for their young. Worse horrors lurk in the dark places, unseen by any mortal eye. High in the pass stands a remote Temurian border camp. Few who are not of the wolf tribes pass beyond into the Temurian wilds. I could only trust in the ingenuity of my accomplices to gain admittance. Outstanding. You eluded Avenger.
Thou jests. He shall surely follow us into the mountain pass.
You are not his quarry today. He will not risk pursuing you if it might mean losing me. Head for Temuria if there's a way to destroy the Crucible of Souls. You may learn it there.
Un altar, ahí hay un altar. Bueno, ni tan mal. Aquí tenemos el altar y aquí vamos a resucitar a los personajes. Vale. Pues vamos a subir de nivel. Tenemos para subir cositas. Tenemos aquí para dar bolsa de dimensión, aumentar la velocidad del inventario en 20. No. Quédate. Un 20% de probabilidad de crear pánico y huir. Reduce el coste de la plata del encantamiento en un 20%. Hacer más pupu. Uy, tengo los tres sin poner. De este aumenta la velocidad de ataque un 10%, pies ligeros. Aumenta la velocidad de movimiento. Venga, un poco más rápido. Aumenta de vida. 2 puntos. Vale. Enemigos. Nada, esta me da igual. Guardia contundente. Aumenta resistencia. Oscuridad. Guardia de durabilidad. Aumenta aguante 10%. Fuerza. Vale, vamos a poner la velocidad de ataque. Ahí. Perfecto. Bueno, tengo los tres puestos. No, esto no quiero, vale. Subimos de nivel. La maga. Maga es esta. Un poco de estos. Aguante, regeneración de vida. Tú eres este. Regeneración de emanado, da igual. Tú das joyas como si no hubiera mañana. Y tú eres este. Esto me da igual. Bueno, pues yo creo que ya está. Así que vamos a seguir.
Must I do everything myself? What others have begun, Evia shall finish.
Estoy cogiendo almas. Se ha caído. Y ese espero que caiga enseguida, ahora. Vale, vamos a vender algo.
You shall become naught but dust.
Good time to lick my wounds.
Resiste, qué jodido. Resiste esto. Piedra arma de cazador demonio, esa puede ser buena. Cargas 10, mucho más vida. Pues nos la equipamos. Voy a poner este camino que hay ahí. Sacar a grande. Bastón de fuego de quitina. Bueno. Vamos tú, goles, ven aquí. Ah, no, está ahí todavía esperando ahí. Vamos a darle a este.
Tremble before a princess of the Cerulean throne.
Thou shalt face me now.
Esto parece que no lo abrimos. Consumimos ahí esas almas.
I shall show you true power.
What others have begun, Evia shall finish.
Cofre, un cofre. No hay cofre. Una pena, no hay cofre.
The Sebecan slaver stockade. It's dangerous to even get this close.
Thou shalt know despair.
A welcoming party. How gracious.
Eso me ha gustado. Coño, hay que hacer focus, que si no se regeneran.
You shall become naught but dust.
¡Coño! Me han reventado el personajillo.
Pathetic. I shall handle this myself.
No contaba con esa muerte. Creo que no lo he matado. Ahora. Vamos a coger esto. Se han tenido que acceder a la pantalla de grupo y explorar tu colección de marionetas. Estoy explorando esto que no sé si me termina de convencer. De hecho, no sé para qué me he venido hasta aquí, pero bueno. Igual no tenía que haber venido hasta aquí. Y menos con un personaje caído. No ha sido buena idea. Coño, que cae. Me parece que aquí se me ha muerto. Nivel 10. Tengo un problema. Vamos a matar a este. Vamos a acabar con él ahora. Ah, pues ha caído. No, de milagro. Vamos a dar un poco de vida. Vas a hacer un focus ahí brutal. Está cayendo. Este es un bruto. Es un bruto. Mi guerrero. Me parece que acabo de conseguir otro alma. Otra alma. Sí. Vale, ni tan mal. Tenemos por aquí. ¿Hay algún muerto? No, está todo el mundo dead. Habla con la joven encerrada en la prisión.
Finally! What took you so long? I've been here for months. And who are you exactly? How dare you! I am Kiri Malphagon, daughter of Lady Cadenza Malphagon and heir to the Lord Protectorship of Kyalasa. You think your heritage impressive? I am a princess of the Imperial line. House Malphagon is one of the wealthiest in the whole of Corinth. Wealth, power, It can be yours in return for helping me.
La dejo ahí. Tiene toda la pinta, ¿no? Se puede llegar por el precio correcto. No estoy metido en el rescate de las malcriadas. Adiós.
I suppose some remuneration might make your company more agreeable.
If you help me return to Kyalisa, I can pay you 5,000 in silver coins upon my return. In addition, I can offer a pension of 1,000 a year payable in cash upon the anniversary of my return. These are more than generous terms. I'm certain you'll agree.
Quite
Venga.
satisfactory, all things considered.
Todo sea por el dinero. Al final soy un mercenario.
I haven't the strength to travel far. Certainly not to walk back to Corwinth like a common peasant.
Joder, macho. Encima lo tengo que llevar ahí.
There's a border camp atop Broken Spear Pass, isn't there? You should be able to arrange for the Temurians to return me to Kyalisa for a suitable bribe. 1,000 ought to do it. Payable on delivery, so to speak. Light the beacon there when it's safe for me to come to the border. Now, find me somewhere secure to hide in the meantime. I suppose I must endure some further hardship as a means to an end.
Qué dolor de tía. Si lo llevas a ver, la dejo en más. En fin.
Good. No one will find me here. Now hurry along, will you? I'm eager to return to Kyalisa.
Es la última vez que ayudo a alguien así, por Dios. Toca pelotas, la niña. Vamos a ver. Misiones principales. Ya es una misión principal.
Fetch your captain. Tell her that I, Tsar the Berserker, have returned to Teymuria.
Tsar has returned. Open the gate. Open the gate. The captain is expecting you, Tsar. You will need her permission to go any further. An honor to have you in our border camp, O Slayer of the Furless.
I never thought I would return to my own land. At last, my exile is over.
Bueno, vamos adentro. Bueno, yo creo. Bueno, que se pone el sol como loco, ya me está reventando la cámara. Madre mía, con el solete, no, esto está mal. Nada, es igual, vamos a sacar el capítulo ya, así tampoco es mayor problema. Chapter 3. Perfecto. Bueno, pues yo creo que...
The wilds of Teymuria have long been a dangerous place for any traveler. But since the accession wars, the situation has worsened. Whereas before Temurians were proud of these vales and glades, now a terrible curse lies upon these ancient forests. Of this calamity, I can claim no responsibility. The Conclave brought this doom upon its own land, an act of desperation at the close of the last war. My sole expedition across the Temurian wilds was challenging, even for a superior mage such as myself. But even I would not wish to traverse this forsaken greenwood now. The final curse of the Conclave has warped the indigenous animals and elementals in ways I do not yet understand. And werewolf anarchists, seeking the fall of the Conclave, conspire in forgotten strongholds to return Teymuria to its untamed past. With Tsar as their guide, my allies might just be able to reach the city of Duratir. 'Tis 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 '
habla con la capitana fronteriza. Pero bueno, eso será para el próximo capítulo. Así que lo dejamos aquí y seguiremos dándole en otro momento. Ya sabéis, un buen like, un buen comentario, una suscripción. Sed buenos. Nos vemos.